Here with Obscure Reptiles and Caging, and today we're going to be showing you some GHI combos. So let's get started. Hey guys, so today we're going to be showing you some GHI combos. For those of you who do not know, GHI stands for Gotta Have It. So GHI is fairly newer. It's been around for quite a while. I've had my oldest boy. He's actually in our top 10 most expensive video only because I purchased him. I've had him for about 6 or 8 years now. And he was pretty darn expensive back when I got him because there were not that many GHI Mojaves around. That's one of the ones we're going to show you. We've got quite a few different GHI things. We've also Googled a couple of GHI different combos to be able to show you from Bob Vu and from different breeders on Morph Market. But I'm going to give you guys a bunch of examples of what GHI can actually do. So we're going to start off with what a normal GHI looks like. So this is a regular old GHI. This one is actually 100% het clown. She is one of ours. We had her posted, but we decided to keep her because she is just slamming rats. She's actually probably going to be breeding size next season or the season after. She's a little spicy. Let's see if I can actually get her out for you guys. I actually have a photo from back when we got her as a hatchling. We ended up making some GHI Mojave het clowns and a couple other combos, so we ended up not really needing her, but she is a fantastic example of what GHI can do. You can see all the craziness of the black pattern. You can see the beautiful browns and mochas in there. Pretty normal head stamp, and the belly actually almost has like a light speckling to it. Beautiful, beautiful snake. This is probably the best GHI, like plain GHI I've ever really seen, so that's why we ended up getting her. But hopefully the camera, sometimes my camera doesn't really like to pick up the best quality when I'm recording, so I'll also show you guys some photos of her. And we also produced a couple of GHI het clowns last season as well. I'll just throw those in there for you. So just on its own, GHI is a very distinctive looking animal. Super dark. Some of them have super nice browns and mochas. They got really nice blacks on them. They're one of my top favorite snakes. I wish all my snakes had GHI in it. We're working on them in our clown projects and stuff like that, but GHI I think is good with any combination. So I got a picture. This is what you do, what happens when you do a GHI pastel. Still very, very similar, except it adds a little bit of yellow, which I don't really like pastel in a lot of different things. I think it washes it out, but I think pastel in GHI is a really nice trait. So you can have a super GHI, which is a super form, which means that basically anything you're going to breed it to will then pass on GHI. Here's a photo of a super GHI. It is a lot darker, a lot more of those darker tones, not so much of the browns, but that is a super GHI. So what most people talk about when they're talking about GHI is GHI Mojaves. So this is going to be a picture of Tyrone. He was one of our most expensive snakes back when we bought him just because we got him so long ago. But he is super dark, super awesome. We've also got a female GHI Mojave that I'll show you. She actually, we're waiting on some eggs. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, she will have some. She had her pre-lay shed June 11th. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, because we're in the beginning of July right now, she should be dropping her first ever clutch. We actually paired her with him and a purple passion. So hopefully some really cool stuff. Hopefully some super GHIs if he is in fact the father. And then we also have, this is a holdback GHI Mojave 100% het clown. We had her posted as well on our Morph Market, but I really think that we're just going to end up keeping her. She's some super nice darks. She's a beautiful, beautiful snake and 100% het clown. But when you add just the simple thing of Mojave, it can change drastically. So we all know that Mojave and lesser, they're in the same type of class. Normally when you put one or the other, they kind of end up looking the same, but that is not true when you add it to GHI. So this is a GHI lesser. It gives you these beautiful silvers and grays, and I think they are fantastic. We produced several throughout the seasons. We did the GHI Mojave with Hazel, which is our lesser pinstripe, which we did do that again this season amongst other males. So hopefully we get some more GHI Mojaves, GHI lessers, but I think just the simple adding of lesser is really great with the GHI project. So now that you've seen GHI Mojave, GHI lesser, let's show you that once you add clown. So this is Gil. We accidentally produced him. The dad was supposed to be a GHI lesser het clown. Turns out he was a GHI Mojave het clown, which is what I had assumed all along, which is why I got him. He's a lot lighter than he was, but he's still not as light as a GHI lesser clown, which I'll throw that up there right now. Beautiful, beautiful animals. They are a little bit more high-end, a little more top dollar, but there are a lot more people now producing them, so those are probably going to drop in the next season or two. But I just love what it does with clown. We also got a GHI clown. This is actually from Bob Vu. We love getting animals from him. Another reason why we didn't really need the GHI het clown anymore, because we got this beautiful little girl, but she's still a fantastic, fantastic example of a GHI. That's why we've held on to her. A lot of snakes that have the GHI Mojave in them will still have the lack of color or patterns on the sides. Normally it's just one solid color with a little bit more pattern just along the spine. You can see that really well in Tyrone, and I've actually got Tyrone's son. This is a GHI Mojave banana male. It's also a female maker. And as you can see, he was very purple when he was born. I think he's also fire because the mom was a fire. You can see him now. He's definitely changed a lot in color, but the pattern has stayed. Just like Tyrone, he's pretty much one solid color. There's a little bit of a gradient on the sides, but majority of the pattern is right along that spine. That happens when you mix, again, that Mojave in there, but I think that anything with GHI Mojave, you throw more genes in there, it just gets better and better. There's also a lot of different gradients of GHI. So as you saw the female, I'll put side by side Tyrone and then the female. I think they're both awesome, but they have totally different variants of, I think Tyrone's a much better quality just because he's very dark. He's got the perfect stripe almost down the spine with a little bit of color lacking. And the female has a lot more spots, colors, patterns. I personally would pick Tyrone over the female, but they just have different, sometimes babies come out looking either way, but they're still both the exact same thing. You go on Morph Market, you go online, you type in GHI, you can see a ton of different things that have those combinations in there. That's all that I personally have in my collection, and a couple that I showed you guys off of Morph Market. But GHI is a great thing to have. It's a great thing to throw in there. Put it in your clown projects, throw it in your pied projects, anything. GHI always makes it better. But that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We do several videos every single week. So I'll see you guys in the next video.